going on, guys? Finally back home and settled in from returning from Florida last weekend from the AAU Nationals. So I thought I would just kind of sit back, just kind of talk about just the overall week I had there in general. I know a lot of you saw the 3 videos I put out, but I thought I'd just kind of talk about a little bit more of my overall experience and the 2 fights I had there as well. So hope y'all will enjoy the video. Let's get started. So overall, the week was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. We arrived there on Wednesday morning. Basically, on the first day we were there, we just had a good training session. I'm sure you guys saw the clips of us training on the beach. That was definitely a lot of fun, just being able to just kind of relax in a different environment, and then also being able to get a nice little workout in. So basically, the first day we just trained, relaxed, and just kind of all hung out. The second day, on Thursday, that's when I had to weigh in. I was hanging out at the convention center for a while. Basically, the first part of the day, I had to do weigh-ins, and then also I watched one of my teammates fight. I'm sure you guys saw the highlights from him. He got second place. Definitely a lot of fun just being able to just kind of just hang out at the tournament, not have to stress about fighting yet, and just be able to watch one of my teammates go out there and fight, get my weigh-ins done. Basically, we just hung out the rest of the day, got another training session in, and then made sure to relax at night and get ready for fight day, which was on Friday. So basically, we arrived on Wednesday, hung out all day Wednesday, trained. Thursday, weighed in, trained, watched James fight, and then on Friday, that's when I actually fought. So on Friday, basically, woke up, we went to the convention center. I had another teammate who fought in the morning. Fortunately, he lost his first match. He did really good. He had a super hard division, though, but he lost his first match. So we went there, watched him, and then basically I had a few hours before I had to go to staging. So during those few hours, I just kind of just sat back, relaxed, just listened to music. A lot of you came up and met me, which was awesome. I love being able to meet a lot of you guys. So just kind of just relaxing, listening to music, snacking on some granola, and just basically just waiting until it was time to go back to staging. So once it was time for me to go back to staging, just went back there, started to do a little bit of a warm-up, got my stretching in, and then we were sent out to a ring probably about 30 minutes after, maybe 30 minutes or less after I went back to staging, got sent out to a ring, and then that's definitely when the nerves started setting in. I saw my division, saw my bracket, definitely had a really tough bracket. Everyone in the division was really good. I had like a Brazilian national team member who went to the World Championships was in my division. I had a girl from Puerto Rico that was my first match, and then also a girl who was added. She is a USAT junior team member last year, I believe. She went to like the US Open. She has a ton of experience, which is who I ended up fighting in the finals. So I had a really good division, a lot of really good people. So I was just excited for that, to at least be able to fight some really high-level experienced people. But at the same time, I was definitely really nervous that I had so many really good people in my division. But basically, I got to watch my division go first. There was I think there was one fight first in my division. I was the second fight. So I got to watch the first fight of the division. And then after that, definitely nerves started kicking in. But we have a really good warm-up routine. So I was doing a lot of warm-ups, just kind of here and there, kicking the targets on the side of the ring, doing some stretching, just really trying to just get focused. And then it was fight time. So my first match was a girl from Puerto Rico. She was definitely a really good fighter. I was definitely really nervous. You know, going out there, your first match at Nationals, first thing you think about is you don't want to lose your first match at Nationals. So I definitely felt a lot of pressure on that. But once I got in the ring, I started moving around, kind of motioning. I started scoring some points. I started feeling better. And the more points I started scoring, I felt a little bit more relaxed, started getting in my groove, and then honestly, I felt really good throughout the rest of the match. I started landing some headshots here and there, and just kept going from there, just trying to stay relaxed, stay focused for the most part, try not to let her score too much, and just make sure I kept scoring as well, keeping my lead throughout the whole match. So first match, I felt awesome. Once I got it done, I felt even better. I felt so much relief after I got through my first match. I think I won. I think it was like 18-26, something like that. So I felt really good after my first match, got it out of the way. And after that, I was into the finals. And my finals match was with the girl who was USAT junior team member. I think she won gold at the US Open earlier this year, and she was a really tall fighter too. I'm sure you guys noticed. She was super tall, a lot taller than me. So I kind of felt the odds were against me a lot, so I kind of just kept that in my head that this girl's really experienced, she's a lot taller, and I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself to kind of go out there and just like expect myself to go out there and just beat someone so much higher level than me. And yes, that may not be the best mindset, but honestly, it took a lot of pressure off of me. I felt a little bit more pressure relieved off me. I knew I was going to qualify for team trials, and I knew I was in the final, so I was going to get second place. So it took a lot of pressure off me, and that way I could kind of relax more when I was out there fighting her. And yes, I did end up losing my match against her, but it was a huge learning experience because I haven't fought someone quite that experienced as her and that fought really well like her. So it was a really good learning experience for me. I've watched back our match several times, and now going forward, I know definitely a lot of things that worked in that match that I need to continue doing if I fight another person really high level like her again. And then also, I know a few things where I was getting caught that I need to change and that I need to do differently to kind of beat some of those shots that she was scoring on me. So it was definitely a huge takeaway, huge learning experience, and now I know what I need to do moving forward to be able to hang in there and beat someone who is a really high level fighter like that. So for me, I'm taking that away as I had a really good first match. I felt awesome out there. I went out and did my thing. And then second match was a huge learning experience for me. I've got my fight footage. I can keep watching back, see what I need to work on to improve some little things here and there, some small adjustments I need to make if I fight someone like her again. And then I know also the things that I was doing that were actually working in the fight. And during the fight, I wasn't really thinking so much. There were certain things that I was doing that was actually working, like going in and blocking, getting past her front leg. Those were working really well. In the fight, I wasn't really, thinking so much about that, but after watching stuff like that back, I know what works and I know what I need to do if I fight someone like that again. So, once again, I mean, yeah, it was a loss. A lot of people will probably be really disappointed, really mad that they lost, but for me, I'm taking that away as a huge learning experience that I'm gaining from that. So you have to always look at the positive. It's not like I went out there and just didn't try at all and I just lost. I went out there, I tried my best. She was definitely the better fighter. I don't think I was going to beat her that day, but now that I have fought her, I've watched back the footage, I think I can beat someone like her definitely in the future. So, once again, just big learning experience. That's something you need to take away from any tournament you compete at, whether you win or lose. There's plenty of times where I've won tournaments, won fights, and I just didn't feel good about it at all. So you have to make sure that you just take something away from each and every fight that you can improve on, and that's how you're going to progress, and that's how you're going to just be able to keep pushing forward as well. So overall, that's my recap of my fights. First match, I felt like I had a really good performance overall. Definitely some things I can work on, but overall, I felt like I had a really good performance. Second fight, still, even though I lost, I still felt really good out there. I felt pretty comfortable. I felt relaxed for the most part, pretty focused. So still, really good takeaway for me. I felt really good in the ring overall, and I'm happy with that. I'm moving forward. I definitely know what I need to work on. I'm going to be back to training even harder. I have team trials in about 3 weeks. We're going to North Carolina for team trials, along with my teammate James, who you saw his highlights. He's also going to team trials for juniors, so me and him are training for that over the next few weeks. Training is definitely going to be tough these next few weeks, but looking forward to training really hard and just going out there trying to do my best during team trials. So thank you all so much for all the support. Everyone who came up and said hi at Nationals, thank you guys so much again. I really enjoyed meeting all of you there. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys in the next videos.